single copies of the Gospels that can be dated to the 2nd century that all do have the crucifixion. And so if we're relying on something like the Gospel of Barnabas, which is not just like, it's not that there's debate about it, it's that it's a known forgery. I mean, no one's referring to the Gospel of Barnabas as anything other than...
If you say it's a known forgery, yes, but I'm going to go with that.
So if you haven't heard recently, there has been a debate between Billy Carson and Wesley Huff. Billy Carson is a well-known public figure who has been on many podcasts such as Joe Rogan and Andrew Schultz. He has over 1 million subscribers on YouTube and believes in some very wild ideas and claims about Jesus being an alien and the reliability of the Bible. This is the first time that he was actually challenged in his doctrine and his ideas by someone who was very knowledgeable, Wesley Huff. It was a very interesting debate. If you haven't watched it, could not recommend it enough, and something I think that everybody will be able to learn from. I wanted to bring this up to kind of give some encouragement when it comes to navigating false doctrine. So I have a couple verses here that I want to read. Galatians 1:8-9. But even if we or an angel from heaven should preach a gospel other than the one we preach to you, let them be under God's curse. As we have already said, so now I say again, if anyone is preaching to you a gospel other than what you accept, let them be under God's curse, or let them be accursed. This passage emphasizes the seriousness of staying true to the authentic gospel of Christ. What is that gospel? It's the gospel of Jesus and his good news that he brings. It's that we are saved by grace through faith, not by works. It's all on him. Jesus takes our sin on the cross so that we may have peace with God and spend everlasting life with him. Then in Matthew 7:15, we see, watch out for false prophets. They come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ferocious wolves. A very popular verse. This verse warns us against deceptive individuals who appear harmless, but have harmful intentions, emphasizing the need for discernment. I'll start in Ephesians 4:14. This is the ESV. So that we may no longer be children tossed to and fro by the waves and carried about by every wind of doctrine, by human cunning, by craftiness and deceitful schemes. Again, this verse highlights the need for spiritual maturity to resist being misled by false teachings or deceitful influences. People do not be swayed, tossed and turned by deceitful schemes, craftiness, and human cunning when it comes to false doctrine. Another good one, Colossians 2:8. See to it that no one takes you captive through hollow and deceptive philosophy, which depends on human tradition and the elemental spiritual forces of this world, rather than on Christ. So beautifully put. This verse warns us against being deceived by teachings that are not grounded in Christ, emphasizing the importance of staying true to the truth of the gospel. How do we check and determine what is sound doctrine and what is false doctrine? Simply, we check it with the Bible. The Bible is our source and authority and can be trusted. If you are having trouble trusting the reliability of the Bible, I would highly encourage you checking out Wes Huff's video on Can We Trust the Bible? It's a 2-part video series, 20 minutes each. Very encouraging, very eye-opening, good for people who want to learn more about apologetics, and also important for people who may have doubts in the reliability of the Bible. I'll link it down below. Again, thank you guys for watching. God bless.